All right, so make sure you're right, searching for secondary sources. You got the date as well. We're going to talk about how to find good Google searches or how to find good secondary sources. You guys are now at the part where you're doing this secondary project, or I'm sorry, you're doing this big project, and you found your topics, you have your groups, you have an idea, but now this is the fun part where you get to actually start researching specifics about your topic. You get to find websites, maybe hopefully find some books, things like that. So we need to find that information. Now, one way we can do that is by looking at these. So we have these textbooks. So things like this are really helpful because, first of all, they're right here in class. I have an entire pile of them right there. And if you flip to them, you'll see really fast there are a lot of primary sources already in them. So you guys can see that there's a lot of pictures, there's quotes, there's things like that. So if you can find things in class, it's really nice because these are good. We know that you're good because, first of all, I'm telling you they are. And also because the actual information is right here. The publisher's right here. All that primary source stuff that we talked about is right in here. Now, I'm going to leave these here. My homeroom today is going to help me clear this stuff out. We're going to move it to the filing cabinet. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff. Like if you're doing a Civil War topic, you're in luck. So that's most of what I have. But I do have a lot of things for like American Revolution, other good things. So we'll talk about that later. But you'll use more than just websites. You'll use encyclopedias, books, your textbook, all that stuff. And then we're going to supplement that or increase our resources with these kind of searches. So first thing I want you to write is this: topic plus primary sources. I want you to write topic plus primary sources. And that is the primary formula we're going to use in order to find websites, find research. That I'm going to show you this. This is the greatest trick. Like, if I wish I knew about this in college even, because it would have made finding information so much easier and so much faster. So, very first thing, I'm going to use your topics because I want to show you guys how easy this is. Somebody want to volunteer their topic for me? Question? No, you always volunteer your topic. Somebody else. No, I'm glad you do, but somebody else. Dalton? So you're going to do Dakota War. So Dalton, go ahead and open up your computer. And Dalton, I want you to type in what I'm writing right now. Dakota Battlefields, primary sources. So, as you can see, and you don't need to write these in quotes, as you can see, this is the topic, Dakota Battlefield, and you write primary sources. And while Dalton is searching that on Google, the rest of you, don't write like it in a question format. A lot of you guys will go to Google and type in something like this. You'll say, what are primary sources for the Dakota Battlefields? That doesn't work because Google is going to find every single website with the word what, are, and the in it. How many websites do you think that's probably going to be? Millions. It's going to be just infinite or whatever. Like it's going to be too much. So never do that to Google. Only type in specific keywords like Dakota Battlefields. Not the Dakota Battlefields, just Dakota Battlefields, primary sources. That's it. Those 4 words. Dalton, did you type it in?
Yeah.
So Dalton, don't click on any of the URLs, but tell me, what are the top 3 URLs that you found? Like what are are they .com or what are they? .org? So 2 .orgs and 1 .gov, is that correct? That's the next thing. If his search showed up with .coms, it's a bad search. So I want you to write this down too. Find websites that are not .com. You do not want to find websites that are .com. If your search comes up with more than 50% .com, it's probably not that good. You want to focus on the .govs, the .orgs, .edu, .net, .mil. There's a bunch of others too. Like somebody found out today. There's more. There's hundreds. These are probably the most popular ones. But like there was one today. One said .co. .uk. Sometimes you'll come across one that says .us. This, for example, just means that it comes from the United Kingdom, England. This just means it's the United States-based website. Like when I lived in Spain, I used to get a lot that said .es. Now I guess what ES is for Spain? Spain's not the actual word for that country, but a Spanish person will call their country España. ES. Get it? It's a website from that country. So you're going to come across things like that, but basically, like, these four in the mill, those are the ones you're going to see the most of. So focus on looking for those kind of things. I'll tell you why. .com, you might actually know what .com stands for? Nope. Good guess though. Commercial, which basically means company. They're trying to make money. They want to make money. A .com can also be created by anybody. For example, I can teach you guys right now in 10 minutes how to create a .com website. We can have it published by the time the bell rings. Every single one of you. And you could say whatever you want. Mayor could say, I am Dr. Mayor. I am from Manchester, United Kingdom, and I have studied military history, a PhD program, blah, blah, blah. Like, he can say whatever he wants. He can say he's a renowned author, and he could, like, copy and paste pictures onto his website, right? There's no website police. There's nobody out there searching every single website to see if it's actually true or not. That'd be incredible. Think about it. There's millions of websites. That'd be crazy. So no one's doing that. So .com sites, because they can be easily made, we want to avoid them normally. Now, there are some .com sites that are good. I know what they look like, and I can figure them out, but you guys don't have the education, you don't have the training. So if you're really concerned about it or wants to use that site, come to me and we can talk about it. But for the most part, just steer clear. Just stay away from them, okay? Use these. Let's just go over what they are real quick. If I want to guess what .gov stands for or what it means. The government runs that website. So anything that comes from the Capitol, for example, will be .gov. My girlfriend, and everybody that works with her, they have a .gov email because they work for the government. .org stands for organization. If you're an organization, especially non-profit, like my website, History Forge, that's a .org. Because I don't make any money from that website. I'm not trying to sell you anything. So my bias really doesn't exist as far as me trying to sell you something. .edu stands for education. That's why you guys all have edu emails. .net stands for network. Anybody want to guess what .mil stands for? Yeah? Military? Yeah, military. Military has their own internet, basically. It's called .mil. So a lot of the research I do, I come across .mil quite a bit, just because I do like 20th century, like when the internet existed, I started doing that. So I see a lot of .mil stuff. You guys probably won't come across it very often, but sometimes you do. You know, I come across these things too. So again, I want you guys to use these, and you guys can even make these websites more searchable. You can make it even more specific. So like Dalton found some pretty good websites already. If you wanted to add other things to your search though, you could add the date. You could add something like a location. So for example, let me see. Somebody else give me their topic. Anybody. Remington. So if you're doing Civil War PTSD, we know the dates of the Civil War, so we could say like something like 1860s, because we know that's when the Civil War happened. We know the Civil War happened in the United States, so we could add these to our we could add this to it. So for her, she would say something like Civil War PTSD primary sources 1860s United States. That's more likely to get us websites that we want to see. Okay. So we're going to do a little exercise. We're going to see if you guys can find some websites that will help you out. We're just going to search. We're not going to save them. We're just going to practice once. Type in your topic and type in any other information that we just talked about and see what you can do.